presume. So some of it is Bridget.
Yeah, that's all of that here there is yours. Yeah, the oxyvinyl.
Where's his tape on? Just tape it to him, that's it.
Oh, there'll be one here.
Is there like a training one that puts the thing in? To do the maybe.
Say that you just...
There's no drug kit on here.
No, we're taking it in those drawers. Don't open the front top drawer, that's getting here.
Oh, isn't it?
You should about that.
Oh. Mwah. How am I going to focus now after seeing that?
That's why I said don't see it.
Do we need one that she's
Look, she's just
going
going
to
in.
inject through?
No.
Okay, I'll go
Just
grab one
say,
quickly.
no. As she's, use hers as she comes in. So you're just about to do that.
Okay.
Yep, all right. Here she comes.
G'day. Hello, I'm Bridget, CCP.
G'day Bridget, Trish and yep. 30, his age is 62-year-old male. Look, he's just been sitting here watching TV and developed this really intense chest pain, really central in nature. As you can see, he's very pale, he's diaphoretic. We're unable to record blood pressure on him. We've got a heart rate of 90 and a rest rate of 36. So he's been really agitated like this, really complaining of the pain.
Yep.
So we've done a 12 lead for you as well.
Why is it taking so
I'll
long?
just give you that. You're all right, mate. It's okay. We're going to help with that pain, and we're just putting in a cannula as well.
Excellent.
so-
Will you get the cannula organised?
Absolutely.
And what's his name again?
Frank.
Frank, nice to meet you. I'm Bridget. So we're just going to do a few things. We are trying to get on top of this pain and trying to
Okay.
get you organised.
Right, is it going to take long?
It'll just take a couple of minutes. We'll pop in a little needle and then we'll have another chat, okay?
How little's the needle?
Small, very
Pretty
small.
small.
And then we'll take the needle out so it'll just be a little tube in your vein.
Right.
That's it, mate. You're all right. We're just going to have a little look at that ECG, and then we're going to take care of you, okay?
Yeah, right.
So Frank, can you tell me about this pain? What does it feel like?
Oh, it feels like someone's just kicked me in the chest.
Does it spread anywhere?
No, it's just all centralised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in your arm or in your jaw or anything? Would you organise pain relief, please?
Absolutely. What would you like?
Fentanyl would be good.
No, can't speak. I do have a bit of a toothache. Yeah, it's like a little bit unusual. I was eating jerky, watching the footy.
Okay, and that's when the pain started?
Yeah, the pain started, yeah. My team's losing. I wasn't happy about that.
Okay. And Frank, does anything make the pain worse or better if you move or reposition
it's just
yourself?
like 10 out of 10. It's just
There all the time.
Yeah.
The girl says you have aspirin.
No, not yet. We won't hear long.
Yeah, let's pop the aspirin in.
Bridget, he falls backwards into the chair.
Frank?
Oh, it's worse.
Okay. Stay nice and still, slow,
Yeah,
deep
no
breaths.
pulse.
Okay. Are we moving to this? Yeah. Can we start chest compressions, please? You get the pads on. This one for you. Okay, so I'm going to charge this. You keep doing chest compressions. And as soon as it's charged, we'll have a look at the rhythm. And if we need to, we'll shock them. So, that looks like a PEA. Have I still got no pulse?
Still have no pulse.
Alright. Go back on the chest, please. Can we get our BVM set up, Trish? Yeah. Is that IV access work?
Yes.
Yes, you got IV access. Thank you. Excellent. And I'm going to organise my equipment a little bit. Thorax is on the sound.
was on the right.
Thanks very much. We're working here. So at the moment, he's unresponsive. Does his airway seem okay?
His airway is, as you see, it's patent.
Okay. Kelsey's doing good chest compressions.
Yeah?
We're watching for 2 minutes. And then we're going to analyze, we're going to have a look at that rhythm again and see if it's still at the after that, if necessary, I'll get some airway equipment organised. And I'll get some adrenaline drawn up. So we are stopping for breaths. Yeah, that's okay. Excellent. Okay. So do we have any other history on him? Did we get any other information about his background? What has he been unwell lately? Has he been sick lately?
No, he didn't give the girls very much at all. He just said that he hadn't been feeling well. He'd been having a bit to eat. He's on asterisk, Lipitor, and metformin.
Okay. So I'm going to charge up here again. We'll do the same thing. He was talking clearly with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made good sense to you, Bridget.
That looks like VF. So we're going to shock that. All clear. Shock delivered. Back on the chest. So I'm going to take over here for a second, Trish. Thanks very much. Will you take over from Kelsey and do some chest compressions? And then get some adrenaline drawn up. Will you drop the adrenaline, please? And run it in with a bag of fluid. Risk factors, is he a smoker?
You see some cigarette butts and trays around the house.
Centre of the chest, Trish. Try and keep your hands on his chest, but let his chest fully forward if you can. Excellent.
Getting a little bit of a groan with each compression, you notice now, sort of like,
Okay, at this breath, we'll do another pulse check.
not quite that big, but a bit of a noise with each and every,
Check pulse. Do we have a pulse?
as you find it.
No, back in the chest, please. So he's still groaning.
Yeah, he's still
Does it
groaning.
seem like he's more profused?
He is starting to pink back up a little bit for you there, yes?
Could you check a femoral pulse, please?
Yeah, you feel one about
Yeah, I
eight?
have a pulse here now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop the chest compressions for now. Can we get him back on? Is he breathing? Sorry.
Patient is breathing. He's
And his
breathing
rate is adequate?
about 14 breaths a minute. Yes.
Okay, I'm hearing good air entry.
Yeah.
Excellent. Will you switch him back down to an honorary breathing?
Starting to have a little bit.
Frank? Frank?
Gonna
Any
have a little bit of a
response?
vomit there now.
Will you help me roll him for a second?
That's it. Yeah, feels better now. Just
Frank?
yeah, just a bit of a groan.
Okay, pop him back on his back. Would you get that non rebreather for me, please? Anything to suction?
He bites down on that as you try to pop that in.
Okay, Frank?
Yeah, yeah,
Is he responding to voice?
trying. Yeah, he's groaning a bit.
Okay, Frank, how are you feeling? There was one.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's hurt my
So-
chest. Oh,
Complaining of pain in his chest
yeah.
again. Yeah. Okay. So Kelsey, do you have that adrenaline?
The adrenaline didn't go in, but
Okay.
the bag of fluid is hung and
Would
it's drawn
you
up.
keep that adrenaline in your pocket?
Yes.
Thanks very much. So to reassess at the moment his airway,
Is as you
patent.
see it, yes?
Yeah, it's clean now, and he is breathing adequately. He has a pulse
Pulse as you see it.
and a rate of 80. Yeah, I can feel his pulse. His rate is 80. Can I pop on the blood pressure cuff, please? Well, it's on, yeah. So I'm going to do a blood pressure.
Yep.
And so he has a lot of ST elevation on his ECG, almost too much to look like a simple STEMI. I don't know, did you see it?
Actually, I'll give that back to you again.
He has almost global ST elevation. Obviously, he has severe chest pain. The chest pain sounds typical.
Oh,
So maybe inferior ST elevation.
Oh, he's groaning and saying that his chest, it hurts.
So we have lateral involvement, septal and anterior. That's a lot, and we don't have any reciprocal changes in AVL. So I'm concerned that it may be something other than a STEMI, but at the same time he's after arresting, so we need to consider that too. So that aspirin didn't go in, did it?
No.
No. Would he be able to swallow aspirin now? Frank,
Chat with him.
could you chew a tablet for me?
I could try.
Okay, yeah. So will you give him the aspirin, please, Kelsey?
It just hurts.
Yeah. And how did we do with the fentanyl earlier? Did we get it drawn up?
What did you do to my chest?
You didn't get that fentanyl done.
No,
Oh.
we didn't. We'll do it up now for you.
So
I was halfway through a flush.
we don't actually have aspirin,
No
so we
aspirin?
can just
Okay,
talk
so-
about it. Yeah.
Here's your aspirin.
So you can.
What's happened?
So
Why
Frank,
is
your
my
heart,
chest still sore but feels different?
your heart stopped beating for a little while. We had to do chest compressions and shock you to get it started.
What shocked me?
Yeah, we had to give you some electricity in your chest to get your heart
I
restarted.
pay my electricity bill.
Good, yeah, that's good
Oh.
news.
It hurts.
At this stage, we are going to manage his pain. We're going to get a full set of obs, and we have a head-to-toe assessment ongoing, and he's on 15 litres of oxygen.
What are you guys
Doing
doing
it.
in my house?
So, we're from the ambulance. You called us because you had really bad chest
I
pain.
did?
Yeah, yeah, and now you've still got chest pain?
How long
We're
have you
gonna-
been here? Yeah, but it's like, I can't explain it. It's just like, yeah, I feel bruised and battered.
Yeah,
What's-
we had to do some
what's
chest
that from?
compressions. Kelsey, would you get
Okay.
a stretcher organised? And we get in position on the stretcher. It'll make extrication easier when we get an opportunity. So Frank, I need to ask you some questions. Do you know where you are at the moment?
Yeah, in my living room.
Okay. And what's
It's
your
a bit
address?
messy, sorry about that. It's 123 Waterford Road.
Do you have any medical allergies? Are you allergic to anything?
No, nothing I know of.
Do you have any medical conditions?
High cholesterol. That's about it, as
Okay.
far as I know.
Do you get
My
your...
wife knows everything, but she's at work.
Okay. Could we contact her?
Yeah, she's on speed on the phone.
Okay. So Kelsey, when you come back, will you get in touch with his wife and try and get a full history and tell her about what's happened today?
Yes.
Thanks very much.
She's
so-
angry at me at the moment.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll,
I had too much on Christmas Day, drink, made fun of her.
Okay.
She might not answer your questions.
Okay. No worries. So you don't have any allergies that you know of?
No.
You've never been told you can't take any medications?
No.
No. Have you ever had a stroke or any problems in your brain?
No.
No. Okay.
Fentanyl's ready to go.
Excellent. So let's give what's his blood pressure at the moment? What's the blood pressure come back at?
His blood pressure has come back at 115 on 85.
Okay, will you give 50 mics of fentanyl, please, for pain? Thanks very much. Tape?
Yeah.
Thank you. So Frank, any family history of any heart problems?
Not that I'm aware of. My father died before I was born.
Okay. Or aneurysms or anything like that?
No.
No, okay. Can I print another 12 lead ECG?
Yes.
His wife's at work, didn't answer her phone.
Okay,
no worries. So after a message to give us a call back.
Second 12 lead will come back unremarkably different from the first one.
Clean, okay. Yeah.
Stretch his out.
Excellent, okay. While he's able to, can we just get him to position himself on the stretcher so we have him on the stretcher?
Okay,
rather
so
than his position?
semi-recumbent, and there he is, so you can just sort of ignore this guy if you like. I know it's difficult moving between
Okay.
the two, makes it tricky for you.
So his airway is good, his breathing is adequate.
Yeah.
His,
When you're not talking to him, he has his eyes shut, and as you saw, he's maybe a little confused as
Okay.
you sort of speak to him, but
yeah, okay. So, team, if it's okay with you, I'll get you to keep on top of his pain relief. 25 mics of fentanyl every 5 minutes if his pain is continuing to be high. Tell me if his rhythm changes. I'm going to get on the phone to the consult line because I've got a few concerns here that this picture doesn't add up exactly with straightforward STEMI, and he's not GCS 15. But as far as I can gather from the information he's giving me, there isn't any major contraindications to thrombolizing him if that's what we need to do. So can I leave you in charge of him for a few minutes? Thanks very much. What age are you again, Frank?
Okay. What's that?
What age are you?
What age?
Yeah.
62, 61. Oh, I don't know. Birthday was.
Thanks very
I
much.
think we had 61 at the start, didn't we?
Yeah. So I'm just looking for my checklists. So I'm going to get on the phone to the consult line.
sure.
Can I have a copy of these? Is this it?
That's it there.
So you're managing him there, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Will
doing
you-
an awesome job.
Yeah. Okay. On the phone. Yeah.
Hello, consult line.
Hi, consult line. Bridget Wall here, CCP in Mackay. I'm with a patient at the moment, and I'm considering thrombolizing him, but he isn't able to give me all the information I need on the checklist, so I'd like to discuss it with you if that's okay.
Sure.
So he's a 64-year-old male. He called today because he had a sudden onset of severe central chest pain.
Mm-hmm.
Crew arrived, did a 12 lead. He has inferior ST elevation, 2 millimeters in 2 and 3, and AVF. He also has ST elevation in his septal leads, 4 millimeters in V3, 5 millimeters in V4, and in his lateral leads he has 5 and 4 and 5 and 6. His pain is typical, but he has quite global ST elevation. So I was a little bit concerned about that when we were starting off. He doesn't have any reciprocal changes, and I'm not seeing any Q waves or hyperacute T waves at the moment. Now he did go into cardiac arrest. He went into a PE arrest that went into VF, 1 shock, and then we had ROSC. He's back to GCS 13 or 14 now, eyes closed and confused.
Mm-hmm.
From what I can get from him, he has no allergies, he has no medical conditions other than his high cholesterol. He has no bleeding disorders that I'm aware of or any other concerns. He does attend his doctor, so I believe his medical history is fairly accurate. But given that he is in GCS 15 and in the setting of so much ST elevation, I'd like to discuss your thoughts. We're 20 minutes from hospital here, and it's not a PCI capable hospital.
Okay. What are your actual concerns? What's your main concern with going ahead?
So I have 2 at the moment. One is that he is not GCS 15, he's GCS 13 or 14 at best. Mildly confused, so I'm not able to complete the checklist accurately.
Is that improving as he's post the arrest?
It appears to be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he is giving some clear answers about his medical history and some other details, but he's also vaguely confused.
Okay. So he lost 1 point, you said, just because his eyes were shut?
Yeah, and then one or none lost for his confusion.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he has septal anterior and lateral and inferior ST elevation.
So what are you concerned? What's your concern? Your specific concern around that? Bridget?
So my concern that his pain is pericarditis rather than a STEMI, because the ST elevation is too global. Other signs of pericarditis I'm not seeing. There isn't PR depression.
Yeah.
There isn't any downsloping ST or TP segments. And the ST elevation is like tombstone in his septal leads.
Are there any other ways to rule out pericarditis?
His pain is typical cardiac chest pain in that it's not changing when he moves,
Yeah.
only repositions,
Yeah.
and he hasn't had any recent illness that he's told me about.
Mhm.
He's denied being unwell other than overindulging over Christmas and having some stress.
Yeah.
So my personal feeling is that this is a cardiac cause.
And he has arrested.
He has had a VF arrest.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm calling. So I think
Yeah.
I feel he needs to be thrombolyzed.
I think that sounds like a good idea, especially if he's lost only 1 point for eyes shut, and he's making some good sense with most of the rest of the time.
So my plan in that case would be to give him 30 milligrams enoxaparin IV. We give him, he's 80 kilos, so I'll give him 40 milligrams tenecteplase, and then 15 minutes later I'll give him his second dose of subcut enoxaparin, and he has had aspirin, and we will give him Bideril afterwards.
Fantastic. I think that sounds like a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead with that. I'll let you know in a few minutes how we're going.
Okay, fantastic. That was Mackay you said you're in.
Yes.
Great, well accrued time.
Okay, how are we getting on? Any change since I've been gone?
No change.
No. How much pain relief has he had?
75.
And how's the pain now, Frank?
It's a little bit better. It's still there, and still like something's kicking in the chest.
Okay. So top to toe at the moment, colour.
He's still grey, he's still sweaty.
He's appearing GCS 14 or 15 now, is that right?
Yeah, his eyes eyes will only open when you talk to him, but
Mhm.
he's a little clearer in what he's having to say to
Okay.
you.
Breathing rate and depth looks normal.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
ECG is the same.
ECG is remaining the same.
Blood
unfortunately.
pressure is.
Blood pressure is sitting at 125
Okay.
systolic.
Have we got a temp and BSL?
You do.
Yeah.
Temp is 36 and BSL is 4.8.
Okay. And just because I didn't earlier, normal soft calves and
Yes, yeah.
no pitting edema
No.
on his ankles. Thanks, Frank. Okay. Would you pass me my director, please? So I'm going to start with the. I'm going to start by discussing this with the patient because at the moment he is GCS 15. So Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a treatment we can give you. It looks at the moment like you're having a heart attack.
A heart attack.
Yes, that's right. And that's why your heart stopped beating earlier, and then we were able to get it restarted.
So I died.
Briefly.
Oh
But
no.
we looked after you, so everything's okay at the moment.
Well done, guys.
So in a second, I'm going to give you some medication.
More drugs.
Yes, strong drugs that will hopefully unblock the blockage inside in your heart.
Okay.
There's some risk of bleeding with that.
What sort of bleeding?
So you could have a life-threatening stroke, but that's a very small chance. You could also have some bleeding like in your guts or somewhere like that. That will need management in hospital as well. But at the moment, the heart attack that you're having is very serious, and treating that is a priority. And the guidelines for treating that would be to give you these strong medications as soon as possible to try and save as much of your heart. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with that. So enoxaparin needs to be decanted into a syringe, so I'm giving 30 milligrams IV. Kelsey, can you flush that through? Yes. Thank you. I've guessed you at 80 kilos. Is that okay, Frank?
I'm 100 kilos.
Okay. So So that means you're going to get 45 milligrams.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to push that, and then I'm going to look at the time. So it's 47 minutes past. So in 15 minutes time I need to give you the second dose of enoxaparin. Thanks very much. And now we're going to give you 2 clopidogrel tablets, 2 more tablets today. No, 4 more tablets today. 75, 100, yeah, 4 more tablets today. So can I get you to check that? Yeah, it's next bit we can't check, and that's the enoxaparin. Okay. So he's loaded on the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
Medications are given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any immediate change? Any immediate concerns? No. Okay. So let's get loaded and get moving, and we'll do the rest along the way. And we get packed up. Yeah. I'm going to pre-alert the hospital, tell them we're coming in with a patient who's been thrombolyzed. Frank, how are you feeling?
A little bit better.
Okay. How's that pain?
It's starting to subside, but it's still there.
Okay. Would you do another ECG? And we'll give him another dose of fentanyl along the way.
We should have given you a notice of 10 minutes.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do?
I want to notify the hospital.
Yeah.
I want to give him the second dose of enoxaparin in a few minutes. Get him ready. He's had, he's asked for, I'd like to do a right-sided ECG if we can, when we get some time. We'll pop that over. We've still got the pads on. Yeah, I'm happy we're continuing to hospital.
Okay, Neil, leave the cameras running. Thank you, guys. Bridget and I have just got a couple of questions we have to answer, and then then we'll tidy up. So if we just leave everything. Thanks for your test, mate.
Thanks very much.
No,
Like come in here, we'll clean you up.
So that's still running? Yeah. We'll let you guys
Yeah,
go
we'll go.
specifically.
Can I see this?
Transfer through.
Yep.
So I will swap that over to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to grab the other keys, we'll take that.
Thanks very much.
That will
I'll put the
probably.
car inside you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
net more down.
Thanks, lads.
Stop. Come back.
Okay. So we have our 2 discussion points.
Mm-hmm.
So what is a cuffing up there?
Yeah.
What's the QA's position on the provision of fibrinolysis in cardiac arrest?
It is not in the guidelines, but it's a consideration in cases where you think there would be a clear benefit over the risk, and it would only be available through consult.
Yeah.
So in cases such as cardiac arrest with a STEMI or a possible STEMI or something like a PE, and in patients who are potentially going to benefit, so recent cardiac arrest, not a long cardiac arrest, and young, otherwise fit, healthy patients without a lot of comorbidities that would have the higher risk from being thrombolyzed. Benefit.
So does it matter where during the arrest? High call and consult?
Early would be better, yeah.
Is there much evidence to support it?
No, but it's not an easy to research topic. So the kind of the point that you get to is logic, or is this potentially is the risk benefit, is it potentially going to be helpful in the absence of research?
I expect that it's approval.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get it. Do you know of any cases where QAS has got ROS?
Yeah, PE cases specifically that have a reasonably good outcome.
Apparently there's 2 reported cases of ROS in QAS patients where they actually survived the discharge. How long does it say? Do you know what the expert opinion is on how long you would need to continue doing CPR after it?
It should be done for an extended period. like up to or beyond 40 minutes to give the an hour.
60 to 90.
Need a compression device for that or a
Mm.
team. Yeah, to give it an opportunity to circulate effectively.
Have you done one?
A thrombolyzed and rest. No, we consulted for one a few weeks ago. A young lady in an office block with PE. She was thrombolyzed she was in and out of cardiac arrest with us.
Yeah.
And we brought her to the Royal. They thrombolyzed her after we arrived, but her outcome was poor.
And my second one is, do you remember the blood pressure on this patient when you arrived at the crew seat?
We said 115.
No, that was late. That was what it was later. So if I tell you that they couldn't get a blood pressure,
Yes,
So,
yeah, I recall that
okay,
too.
why would a patient presenting like that? So grey, that ECG. No, why were they presenting like that?
He was poorly perfused cardiogenic shock from poor perfusion, from poor cardiac function. So his blood pressure was like too low to be detected peripherally.
So what's happening in the heart in cardiogenic shock?
It's functioning very poorly. The ventricle, in this case, the left ventricle would have been moving very little, and as a result, the perfusion is very low.
How much ejection fraction did they lose?
With the anterior STEMI, I don't know a number.
Yeah, it's at least 40%. That's about it. Yep. Right. That's it for this one. So we're going to turn off our machine. Bring it up and have a chat.